My name is Eileen, and I'm a workshops facilitator at Seneca College Employment Services. And today we're going to talk about, a little bit about LinkedIn for job search. I actually got motivation from a session I attended by a recruiter showing people how they recruit using LinkedIn and how they find talents using LinkedIn. So I figured the job seekers should definitely have a presence on LinkedIn and to not miss the opportunities. So let's start. It is the largest professional network on the internet, and currently there are over 500 million members in over 200 countries, and every second 2 members are joining in. So I think currently should be more than 540 million members on LinkedIn now. So it's a powerful tool to use for a job search. It serves many different purposes for different people, and it is used to recruit, to find jobs, to network as professionals, and to take courses to learn, and also for companies to showcase their company online, to market online, like B2B marketing and what they call social selling. There are a lot of things to a lot of people, and today our focus is on to search for jobs. It's a tool, how to use this tool to search for jobs. Before we start looking at how we use it to search for jobs, we have to know what the recruiters are using LinkedIn to find people, so we can match our efforts to what they're doing. Okay, so let's look at how recruiters use LinkedIn to find talents. The majority of all the organizations, the companies use LinkedIn to recruit active and passive candidates. Actually, the passive candidates on LinkedIn are about 80% of the members, which means they're not actively looking for work, but they don't mind if a good opportunity comes along. And when we're talking about majority of companies, we're talking about in the range of about 80% of the companies that use LinkedIn to find people to hire. What they do is they pay for LinkedIn features, and they filter they search the entire network using filters to find their desired perfect candidates. I will direct you to this LinkedIn recruiter demo for 2017, and it will give you a good sense of what the recruiters, employers, what do they do to find people they want to hire. And this is about 6-minute video. You can just Google LinkedIn recruiter demo. Okay, and the next generation LinkedIn recruiter. I won't show it here. It's just sort of like a promo video. You'll get this screen, and then you click the watch video. That will give you a good overall sense of how they use it. The recruiters can use a single search based on keywords, and you can find people in industry by location, by company, by skills, and also more advanced, like how experienced they are and the seniority level. So very powerful for the recruiters. And also it's a place for employers to post jobs formally. As I was searching, about 3 million active job postings at that time, and most of the jobs are for professional and business focused. 65% require a bachelor degree. And I would also point you to this, the LinkedIn data telling you what the most promising jobs in 2017 regards of salary and potential for promotion and growth and those criteria. Okay. So once the companies post jobs and the members can find the jobs and go to the job posting and with the description, and also easily you can apply right online. That's one thing that recruiters do. Okay, and also these job posted formally on LinkedIn, they can also reach people that we just talked about, who are passive, about 80% of the members. And people will get jobs you may be interested in, and then this is the best way to get to the passive candidates for the employers. Okay. You probably know that sometimes when we apply for jobs, even when we only got 60% of the qualifications, we apply anyways. So recruiters are thinking that they're wasting a lot of time going through some of the applications which don't meet the standards at all. So they find it's actually more cost effective for them to proactively search for the right candidates. And LinkedIn is a great place for them to do that. That's the best way for them to find passive candidates. That's why they're putting more investments into LinkedIn and finding people themselves. If they find people, there are different ways of reaching out to these candidates. One way is like your jobs you'll be interested in for people to look at. And here's, they can individually send you email and see if you're interested, and giving you maybe the job link and the email and contact information. So one-on-one, they'll send you email. And if you get these sort of invitation to apply for jobs and you're not available, you're not interested, our recommendation is for you to reply because it's professional. If you're not interested, tell them you're not available, and maybe in the future, you might need them. So don't burn any bridges. There's so many jobs that you see if you're on LinkedIn that share informally. So you share jobs that your company available, or your recruiter, you share with your connections. I'm looking for such and such skilled people, and please let me know if you have or pass on the information. Okay, so these are not formally posted jobs. These are informally shared among members and groups. Also, companies really like their employees to refer other people, to recommend people they know to apply for jobs in their own company, because the trust and also because it would be less of a hassle if they go through referrals than going public to post jobs and generate hundreds of applications that they have to look through. Okay, and a lot of times a bigger company will even offer bonus for employees who can find them qualified candidates, and they end up hiring. And these information sometimes are tied into the company's applicant tracking system as well. Being a recruiter, they might find someone they're interested in, but they're not directly connected to this person on LinkedIn. Then they would ask for introductions. And for this person, Linda will ask Brad for introduction to John Smith, and that's how they can get connected and offer a job opportunity or opportunity to apply. Companies create company profiles on LinkedIn. Now you get the news, their information updates, and also they give LinkedIn members opportunities to apply directly. For instance, here, Coca-Cola, you can follow, but you can also see the jobs and apply online. Recruiters also participate in groups. And the reason that they participate is one way is to showcase their skills, show their involvement. The other way is they also observe, see who are the leaders in comments, contribution, and ideas in this group. And they might identify people that as their candidates for certain jobs. Okay? So this is like informal, but it's also very useful for the recruiters. When we send in our resumes, we have a link to our LinkedIn profile once we create that. The employers also like to screen candidates in LinkedIn, and they can get more information than resumes by looking into the profile, the connections the person has, the groups, the companies they're following, the recommendations from the past managers or co-workers or clients, and also their contributions or things they put up, their presentation, their articles, the comments, and group participation. All these count when they as assets if you do well in these areas. Now we know, I have a picture of how an employer or recruiter is looking for talents on LinkedIn. Then we'll match what we do to what they do. For example, we know that hidden job market that consists of a majority of job opportunities which are not posted, which could range from 60, 70, 80%. But a lot of job seekers, their main effort is to apply online, apply to job ads or reactively. That is not matching with how the employer, what they're doing. They are offering job opportunity through informal channels, through people, not formally HR. Then as a job seeker, we have to match what they are doing, which means we have to spend a lot more time on networking. And LinkedIn is part of networking. So we should make sure our profile, LinkedIn profile, is maximized to the potential. And the chances is the job might find you if your profile is that good, that efficient. Okay, so it's very important to use it effectively, and it will make an impact in your job search. So how do we do that? One thing is the search engine optimization. If we have a powerful profile, we will maximize this SEO, and our name, our profile will rank high on the search result lists. And that's what we're looking for. And that is how what an effective profile can do for you. To be effective, you must complete the profile with keywords, with organization. Don't miss out any section. You must have an URL that has your full name in it. If not, you should change it. Okay, and we must have recommendations, endorsements from people who are also skilled in those areas. I know some people say, well, I'll do a recommendation for you, you do recommendation for me. Sometimes that's not the best way, or skill endorsements. We must look for people who are actually skilled in that area and also in a position to give us good quality recommendation. Okay. Sometimes numbers just don't count as much as quality. We also need to connect with other professionals and also recruiters as when you're doing job search. Access the company profiles, follow them, and join groups, and also actively participate, which means you participate in their discussion, contribute with your comments and articles and to share and all that. We also want to apply for jobs regularly, and also the ones I share on the LinkedIn to access them, apply them. Our presence in LinkedIn is a must, especially if we're in a business professional role. We want to show people that we are up to date in technology, in social media. We're open to network. We're open to connect. If we don't have a presence on LinkedIn today, then in today's job market, when we're looking for work, then it causes some sort of suspicion. They might have doubts about your ability and also how valid you are in what you say. Okay. So if you're not LinkedIn, set up a LinkedIn account today, and it's very easy to get started. Just follow the link, use your email address as your username, and then follow each screen to fill out the information. You can use your resume information as a base to just get started and then modify later on. And our workshop webinar today, the focus is not to provide you step-by-step instruction on how to create your profile. And you can get that from LinkedIn Help, which is very useful, very clear, very user-friendly. Okay. Oops. Okay. So our LinkedIn profile has to stand out because there's so many out there. If we're not standing out, then we're not getting noticed. So you have to put your excellence up there. You have to be seen by the recruiters. First, let's start by doing by example. So go through some of the industry leaders and see how they do their profiles and take the good points from them. Don't look at just one. Look at a few of them, because everybody has their own style, right? And we have our own style. We don't want to put something up there that doesn't reflect us. You want to pick out the style that suits your profession, your career. But start by looking into LinkedIn profile leaders. Like you think of what you want to be, maybe where you want to be in 5 years. The person's there and you know him, then or her, then take a look at their profile and see if there's any good points that you can take from there. Our LinkedIn profile is what we're telling people how we see ourselves. So it doesn't matter, you use your current title, your future goal, formal writing style, casual style, you put in your value, vision, your skills in there. It's yours. It's sort of like your resume is yours, and your LinkedIn profile tells things about you. Okay, so you need to customize it. And complete profile is recommended because it shows the whole package of who you are, including a photo, the headline, the summary, experience, education, recommendation skills, all the information relevant to job search, to your profession. It has to be keyword rich, similar to your resume. It has to have the right keywords, and also well organized, well developed. Not just things, keywords, just throw them in there, but they have to be really organized. And cannot misrepresent who we are, and we cannot advertise any of products or services other people, from the company or yourself. Okay, it's not somewhere that a personal profile should be doing. We're not promoting for companies or organizations. And if you want, you can take a look at the user agreement and very clear guidelines. Before we start making a whole bunch of updates, first I would recommend you to turn off the profile change notification when you're in the stage of building your profile, which means you might have 10 changes tomorrow, 10 changes the day after, and all that. Every time, if you don't turn that off, every time you make a change, people in your network will get notified, and people will get very annoyed. So I personally keep this setting permanently turned off, only turn it on when I have something valuable that I want. If maybe I post a presentation or article or something important, then I will turn it on manually. Your photo is your personal logo. So it is very important that we have a good quality photo. And some people say, I don't want my photo to be on LinkedIn, and that is your choice. But having your photo on LinkedIn profile increases your the times you get found, basically. So that is a choice you will make. And one thing is that you can turn the photo on, the option to display it when you're doing job search, and then turn that option off, not to display it after you find a job. So that is one option. Okay, with a photo, you seem to be more credible, and people can identify you, and you're open to connect. It's part of your personal branding, and you get more profile views. That's how we want to have for LinkedIn, to be more visible, more people looking at us, right? So when this person has a picture, and I will be more likely to click on this and see this person's profile. All right. For a photo, some will advise you to get a photographer to do that, but I really don't think that's necessary, because the cell phone these days, you can get a pretty good quality one. So make sure you're not casual setting. When you take a photo, it's just for LinkedIn. If professional, it's a headshot. You need a camera and a friend, not a selfie. Dress appropriately, like your career calls for, and high resolution. And smile naturally, and do it indoors instead of outdoors, and natural light. When we have a picture taken, if you take an angle shot, not face right, like a square on, then you look more casual, okay, more friendly. And once you taking a shot, crop the picture to size and put it up. So very simple, and you can have a very good quality photo with the help of a friend. The next one, very important, is keywords. Keywords are your boost your profile in terms of a search engine optimization. When they match, your keywords match with what the recruiters are looking for in their keywords, then you'll come up on top of the list. Okay, so keywords need to come from the job posting, the industry, company website, and other people that your leaders, industry leaders profile that you're looking into, and need to be incorporated right naturally in this all the sections in your profile. Okay, there is a something called Job Scan, which you can get about five free scans of your LinkedIn profile to match with one job posting and see how well you match with the job posting. That you can try. It's called Job Scan. Okay. So no keyword stuffing, and use multiple keywords instead of repeatedly using the same words or same phrases. That give you a better, more comprehensive look of your profile. Right, now we come to headline. Headline is like the headline of newspaper. It is your online brand. It is something that people will see when they do the searches and comes up on the search list. Okay, so it is very important. You only have 120 characters. It will default to your current job title and company. So don't let that default be your headline. We need to make it count. We need to put a lot of effort in there to attract people's attention so they want to go and view our profile when they see us on the list. Okay, so it is your choice. If you want to keep on doing what you've been doing, you use the current position. But you're doing a change of career, you will use the future goal. You're looking for two, similar job title positions, then you want to include them both in your headline. So decide what it is that you want, and don't make it confusing for the person who's reading it. And you want to present it normally. You will communicate with strangers, so it's your style has to come through, and you want to pick the most important skills you want to highlight there too. So your headline will be part of your search, which appear in the search results, and the user will decide whether they want to click or not to click to see a full profile based on the headline. So it is important to make it interesting, to attract attention, but also be, true representation of yourself. So customize your headline with keywords. For example, this one talking marketing manager, architecture, structural engineering focus, 10+ years experience in commercial buildings. So it's very clear to the person, this is what I've been doing, and this is what I want to keep doing it. The same type of position, same type of industry. Okay, very specific, sort of similar to resume. We want to give specifics instead of being vague. You can choose to include your vision, your passion, motivation with your keywords. For example, here, where somebody says biochemical research scientist with a passion for undergrad education and experience in Alzheimer's research and dementia prevention. So in addition to all these keywords related to your career, you tell the people that you are interested in teaching. You have this passion for teaching undergrad. Okay, so that might separate you from the others who are just straight researchers. We don't want to be vague, and we don't want it to be multi-purpose. If you say you're bank manager and you're a musician, you don't want to put them together because there's vastly different. One might be your passion, the other one is your job. So send a clear message. For this one is very formal. So this person is very formal, but he used brand strategist, chartered accountant, MBA. And that's what he sees himself as, right? And then we need to do that. And for this person, he's sending a very clear message. This is what I want to do. This is who I am. And these are other examples. I say, if I say corporate executive seeking senior management position, this is vague, this is general, this is weak. We have to come back and give specifics, give something with concrete things that we're talking about. For example, corporate executive in a nonprofit organization, operational improvement, and expense reduction. This is clear what you can deliver as in a nonprofit organization, okay? And anytime we say seeking marketing opportunities, and you tell everybody, you know, like everybody that you are an active candidate. Some people don't want to do that, but that is your decision. That is your broadcasting to everybody you're looking for work. If that's what you want to do. The other thing is important that will, if somebody Google your name, your LinkedIn profile, the URL has your first name, last name in there, then they will find your LinkedIn profile. And that's what maybe some recruiters, that's why maybe they are trying to review your LinkedIn profile, they can quickly find you. We want to have a customized, unique profile with our full name in there. That will improve the search engine optimization, so we rank higher. Because we have our LinkedIn and we have all this good information in there, we want to include the LinkedIn URL in our email signature, our resume, and if we have networking card, which I highly recommend that you have, they should also have your LinkedIn profile URLs. You can change it, but if you have been using it for a long time, I don't know how you will have to consider the impact. Like if you have been using your other ones for a long time. Okay, so it's easy for you to edit your profile URL. You go into the profile, public profile URL, and then you just use that pencil icon, and then you can change it easily. Okay, summary is probably one of the most important section you can have to provide really good information about your story, your professional story. So you tell your story here. Short paragraphs. I've seen people with long, complicated paragraphs. That is pretty hard to read online and pretty hard to read for recruiters. So the recommendation is use short paragraphs. If there's a career change, explain your career change. And all the statements should be sincere and with positive attitude. That's what we do in job search. When you look for jobs, everything you tell about is marketing, is promotion. So everything you say will be having a positive attitude. And you talk about the skills that are most relevant to the job posting that you're looking for, and also use the industry keywords. Okay, and that's relevant to your job. So here's the example of a story that's your story. Everybody's story is different. But this person, he chooses to say seeking marketing opportunity. So I'm looking for work, actively looking for work. My passion is marketing. And I take pride being brands manager and product manager. I bring joy to my team, and I create a fun and encouraging environment. So it's your story. You tell it what is important to you. How are you different than others? Okay? So what's the summary followed by experience? Experience, this part of it is more related to the resume. And the recommendation is to continue to write in the first person to provide just to be consistent with your first person summary and headline, okay? And highlight the most relevant accomplishment. Okay. So here's one example, and the focus is on nonprofit fundraising, client acquisition, and social media. And if that's the three big things that you're looking for. I've brought in 1.5 million, over 30 new clients. I established the presence on social media by creating e-letters, blog, and the followers I increased by 150%. Okay, so that clearly using a lot of specifics. If there are numbers you can use, people relate to numbers. And we want to give as much specifics as possible in our experience so they can assess what we have here and see if that's what they want and that's what they expect me to be able to do for them, okay, if I'm a good fit. So if there are numbers, use number. If there's any volunteer work that you do, I suggest you put that in your LinkedIn, because employers are looking for people who are engaging in community work. So contributing and also developing skills at the same time. So for example, this person's teaching ESL to immigrants. So helping immigrants is my passion. Okay, I like to help. Okay, and then I enjoy developing material, delivering presentation. So that shows that also maybe is relevant to the job I'm looking for as a workshop facilitator, because I've been practicing delivering presentation for many years as well. So volunteer work is important. If you're involved, please write something in your LinkedIn. Recommendation is basically saying, I approve. I approve sort of from your past managers, most will make the most impact if the recommendations are from managers current and past. Because they know you well in your work, and also the things they use will be relevant to what you've been talking about in your profile. So there are matches in terms of keywords, responsibilities, interpersonal skills, that team spirit, and pay attention to details. All these things matter, but it matters the most impact if they can match with what you're promoting, your attributes. Okay, so you need to find somebody who's willing and they actually know you very well. So your education supports what you can do. With people, job seekers with significant work experience, say 10 years, 15 years, then the minimum details basic details is enough for where, what, and when about your education. And when might not be even necessary or not preferred. If, in this case, 1978 to 1982 might not be needed. Actually, probably shouldn't include that because that's ancient, right? Long time ago, but include the where and what. For recent graduates, in addition to school, where, when, and what, you also want to put in the major projects, main courses, because that's where you can shine, and that's where you can show off your relevant skills to the jobs you're looking for. Okay, and then in the skills section, we want to draw attention to relevant in-demand skills to showcase your brand. At least 5 key skills. Less than that, then you won't be shown as much in the search results. And the top 3 are shown. So make sure that you make the top 3 the most important ones, because the top 3 everybody can see right away. For more, you will have to see the view more here. So most visible, most important, okay? Other sections, include them only if they're relevant to your profession, to your career. And of course, certification, organizations and publication, project presentations, languages. Okay, and one thing about presentation or publications and all these things is, if you work for a company, say if I create 10 presentations for Seneca College, I will not be able to put them here because they don't belong to me. And just be careful when you do things like that. It was to know that whether it's your personal publication or is something that belongs to you, your organization, current or former. Once you create your profile, that's not the end of it. We need to keep testing and improving our profile. So once you finish, for the first shot, you test the strength of your profile by doing searches and see where you appear on the list. And also you check the jobs you may be interested in, those jobs that they show you. If you feel the job's totally not related, is nothing that you would be interested in, then maybe your profile is not giving the right message. So you need to change your profile. So you update your profile and check again, the search results and test it. Make connections, and that's the main part of LinkedIn. The effort is making connections with people you know from meetings, past work, co-workers, bosses, classmates. You can directly request to connect with them. But every time you do it, we need to send a personalized message. Otherwise, people might ignore us. So we have to tell them why they want to connect with them, and then send it off so they know it's us and it's good reason. And if you need introduction from somebody you know to somebody you don't know, then you can do that too. But you always give people an out. At the end, you will say, if you can, that's okay. Don't worry if you know that. So always give people an out, because you know this person, next time you see him might be a little bit awkward if he doesn't give you the introduction. All right. For network online, the end goal is to meet this person offline. So it's to talk to the person on the phone and to also meet person in person. Connect offline. If you have people you haven't talked to for a year, 6 months, reconnect. Reconnecting is always easier than inviting new connections. Okay, once you connect with people, we want to connect with them regularly to keep in touch, right? Okay, we want to search for jobs on LinkedIn, search for jobs using a tool, and also continue to improve our search engine optimization, writing regular status updates, share articles, comment on other people's updates or comments, and make sure all our updates are relevant to your job. Join groups who are relevant to your career, and you have access to these like-minded professionals. Share ideas, and that's just a great way to meet other people. Share content, invite discussion, join in the discussions, and but it's not an opportunity for you to sell anything to anybody, okay? But it's a way to learn and showcase your expertise. Follow companies. Why do you want to follow companies? Because you can get access to information that they post on their company website. You can follow easily and unfollow if you don't think that you gain any benefit from it easily too. Just a matter of a button. So we have our first degree connections, our closest people, group members, family, friends, business associates. And second degree, you might already have, like if you have less than 100 in a first degree, you might have in the thousands and tens of thousands in the second degree. It's just so powerful. And third degree, so many people can be in a third degree. We want to maintain a meaningful network. That's going to help us in job search and network professionals. The recommendations put on the quality, not the numbers. Okay, so people can go around and say, I got 300 people, 400, 500, but I would like to ask, how many people do you actually know in your network? And how many people can help you in your job search? Yeah, in the wide network's great, but also we need to look at the quality. We don't want to accept any connection requests until we look at the person profile, and we request introduction. It takes time and effort to build and manage a valuable network that's going to be helping us in job search and also in our professional career. Okay. LinkedIn, there's a feature say, let recruiters know you're open. Okay. That's without saying I'm seeking for job opportunities. If you set this on, and it will be visible to a subset of recruiters. Will show to recruiters that belong to LinkedIn Recruiter, and also people who don't work in your organization. However, we use caution when we set up this flag. When you go to the privacy setting, the job seeking, here, let recruiters know you're open to opportunities. If you turn on yes, then, but they can't guarantee complete privacy, which means recruiters know other recruiter employers. So even they're in your company, they don't know, but other people in other company might say, hey, do you know so-and-so in Seneca College that he's, looking for work? So really, that indicator is not giving you the complete privacy. So if you want to use it, be careful when you're working. All right, and there's also the premium account. When you look at the premium account, we might think, oh, the recruiters pay a lot of money for it. But as a job seeker, do I need to pay for a premium career account? And that is your decision. And it's about $30 a month. It offers you some added features, some added information, and also boost your profile in the search result. You have to decide whether that is valuable for you. And I can, if you Google the Seeing is Believing free versus premium, then you can look through the slides and make your own decision whether you want to pay for that $30 or not. But you get 1 free month to start if you want to try it. Okay, so things about LinkedIn, I will just briefly go through this. There are special type of members who are open to everybody. They will accept connection requests from anybody. These are called alliance. Usually they are recruiters or somebody who's in the marketing business. They want to get as many connections as possible. So that's for you to decide whether you want to seek out these people to connect with them. And their LinkedIn tricks, in addition to all these search filters, you can also do Boolean search, which is more effective if we know how to do better than that, than the usual search. And can search a person within a company, and free emails to group members, and get conversation suggestions on mobile, and then personalized connection requests, which we can do on mobile app. And there are many more. And there's something we call hacks. Hacks are not intended by LinkedIn to be working that way. So therefore, they might not last very long. For example, I used to use this to get big data, to get a big picture of who are in LinkedIn. And that is the whole population at that time when I did this search. And then give you where they work, what they do, give also how am I connected. However, this one is no longer working. It was working in the fall, but at the end of the year, wasn't working anymore. So hacks can go away. And if you want to know how many people are in somebody's network, which is 500 plus, you can always add a recent activity after their LinkedIn URL, then you can see this person is 3,000 some, okay? And with mobile app, it seems to have less restrictions and more characters or headlines. I don't know this one, whether it's still working like that, and easier to connect with anyone using mobile app, okay? As I said, use examples. And Google, if you Google most viewed professionals on LinkedIn, select a few in your industry, and look at these profiles and learn from the experts. Why are they viewed most? Quick summary, putting it all together. LinkedIn matters. Networking matters. And it helps you to market yourself. It's one of the most successful way to find a job. If your profile is effective, they can find you. So let's be active and visible, so you get noticed and hopefully get hired. Okay, make connections, search for a job, join groups, follow companies, and grow your network today. So if you haven't created LinkedIn, go create one. And every day we grow our network.